Hello everyone, welcome back. So I let you guys choose the fate of today's makeup look. I had put up a bunch of polls on my Instagram stories and I let you guys do the rest. And this time around feels different. Usually I'm able to predict which products are going to win just because it's a big part of my job to know what you guys like. But this time I'm feeling left surprised by the products that have won. So it should be interesting. So before we get into the makeup, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I was in the mood for a glow booster, so I gave you the option between the iconic Radiance booster or the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter and e.l.f. one with 74%. So this was a pretty clean sweep for e.l.f. I'm going to use the shade 3, and I'm just going to use that on the high points of my face. I'm not going to use it all over my skin today. Oh, is this the right color or should I have used 2? It should be fine. It should be fine. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am feeling kind of frustrated today with my dating life. So I've been back on the apps lately. And you know, it's just a vicious cycle going on the apps. And I know a lot of you will relate to this. Like, you go on the app, you meet a guy, you go on a date, it doesn't work out, you need to process it for a little bit, then you go back on the app to get a new bunch of guys. And this time around, I am feeling not hopeless, but I think more like impatient this time around, just because I have been matching with the same guys over and over and over again. Hold on to this, let's go to foundation now. I gave you the options between the Haus Labs Triclone Foundation, the Patrick Ta Foundation Duo, or the Summer Fridays Sheer Skin Tint. And this one was kind of closer. It was a close match between the Haus Labs and Patrick Ta, but Patrick Ta came on top with 38%. And I'm going to be using the shade Light 2. I've been loving this stuff, just as a quick side note. I'm going to just use the cream side first. Okay, so where was I? I'm feeling a little bit more impatient this time around, just because I've been matching with the same people again, I'm seeing the same people, having like the same experience over and over and over again, it feels like. So I just need to take a step back, I think, again. But I had been talking to this guy for a couple days and it was going good. I was feeling okay about it, and he asked for my number so he could take me out to dinner, and I was feeling comfortable enough to give my number. And what does this man do? Like a minute after I send my number, he adds me on Snapchat right away. And you know, that is just red flags all the way around. Like, call the police, red flags. Like, this is all I'm seeing, red flags everywhere. This is what's happening in my brain. I just found out my lights could do that. I needed to use it today. When it comes to what am I? I'm so scatterbrained. I'm so frustrated. And them adding me to Snapchat right away is a huge red flag to me, because they're either going to be super toxic and they're going to play with your feelings, or they're going to ask for nudes right away. Or you might get super unlucky and it will be both cases. Probably both. So I love Snapchat. I do. I love talking to my friends on there. We have a group chat going. We talk all day on there, sending funny photos, all of that. I talk to my mom, my brother, and my sister. It's just for family and my besties. That's all. It's only for the girlies and my family. No boys. I mean, it is fun to add them on Snapchat after you've been dating for a while and you've like sussed them out, but right away, it's just red flags all around. So he sends one, I open it, I answer back, but I'm always answering his texts first. And then there comes a point where he's not answering my texts anymore and he's only sending me Snapchats. And I stop opening them, I'm not looking at them. Like, text me like a man. Hello? I'll keep you on edge. We're moving on to concealer here in a second after I go over with the sponge. This foundation is just so lovely. I am so in love with it. I feel like it just airbrushes my skin. It adds the perfect amount of glow. And I have seen this one work for people or it doesn't. It's one of those finicky foundations that's either going to be magic or pure awful on you. So now for concealer, what did I give you the option between? So the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin or the Milk Makeup Future Fluid. I got it. And Milk Makeup won with 55%. I'm gonna first go in with 9N. This has been the one I've been using the most, but I might want some more brightness under there today because we're going to be going in with makeup today. I gave you so many options, so it might be nice to add more brightness. So getting back on what I was talking about with this boy. I go to bed, I stop, I I'm like, you know what, it's showtime. I'm cozy in bed with my cats. I'm over it. I don't want to get more frustrated with this guy. And I go to bed and I wake up with 8+ Snapchats from this guy. I'm like, what in the world is happening? So long story short, I blocked him on everything because I got kind of freaked out. I learned that he was a correctional officer through the Snapchats, through his whole life he sent me overnight. He was a correctional officer at the jail and he was sending me Snapchats from jail. And you know what? I'm scared now. So I blocked him on everything. You know what? Adios, monsieur. I cannot. So today I'm feeling a little bit flabbergasted, impatient, and annoyed. But that will soon pass. I feel already so much better just talking it out with you guys. It was something. Please share your funny stories in the comments down below if you've had any weird ones lately with dating apps. I think that would really cheer me up. So please. So now moving on to powder. Did I give? Oh yeah, I did. Yes. I was like, am I just gonna use the Patrick Ta one or what? So I had 3 options for powder. I gave you the options between the House Labs powder, the Rare Beauty one, and the Say one. And Rare Beauty one with 52%. So I'm gonna use this on my under eyes and all over my face, but right now I don't know what's to come, so I'm just gonna use it under my eyes. I didn't really look at which ones won. I kind of screenshotted them and then I didn't really look, just to keep it entertaining for myself as well. This powder, I adore this powder. I just kind of forget about my loose ones for some reason. I feel like you guys are a little bit far away from me. Come on in, don't be scared. For some reason, I reach for pressed powders a lot more than loose ones, and I'm not too sure why. Maybe I just associate them with being a little bit messier, especially the ones in the past. But now they have gotten so much better with like the doors and the little sifters and things like that it's not that big of a deal anymore. So I need to reach for this one more. It's gorgeous, it's very blurring, it just does a good job at setting your makeup. So moving on to bronzer, I gave you the choice between the Melt New Powder Bronzer or the Merit Bronzer Balm. And this is the closest one so far. Melt one with 51%. So pretty close. I've been trying to sneak this into my content for a while now. I just have always gotten bronzers I was more excited about, so this one kept getting pushed back, but I'm excited to finally try it out today. And also the shades look super dark in the pan, so I wonder how that's gonna go. I have 2 shades. This one is Santa Barbara, this one, and this is Santa Cruz. So you can see one is a bit more yellow toned, a bit more warmer, and this one looks kind of more red based and more cooler toned in a sense. They look very similar once I swatch them actually. They look identical. But I think I'm going to go for Santa Barbara. Is that correct? Now I confused myself. Yeah. Oh my god, what? No. I'm gonna go with Santa Cruz. What? I'm so confused. What have I just done? Oh my goodness. This one. Holy crap. Just gonna use my blending fan brush. I wonder how this compares to their stack. So I'm gonna see how that goes another day. And this is their Ultra Matte Powder Bronzer, but it looks like it has a little bit of a sheen. Oh no. This one is really, really, I don't like that color in the slightest. Maybe I'll switch it to Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is the lightest shade, so maybe I'm going to swap to that one because this is already dark. And it's looking a little bit patchy because it's too dark for me. So let's see what it does with a different brush and a different color. Oh god. That is so... Ay. Oh no! You guys did me dirty with this one. I look dirty to BH. Like, I'm kind of feeling like I should go against what you guys picked and go with the Merit. I mean, it was so close. Half of you, maybe I'll do half of my face with this one and then go with the Merit because this is not going to be good. And I want to make you guys feel proud. These bronzers are not for me. The colors are just way too off. I don't like that in the slightest. I'm gonna grab the Merit stick. It was practically 50-50, so I feel like I'm going the neutral route, making both sides of the party happy. And this is the shade Clay in their Bronze Balm. I'm just tapping my foundation brush over the Melt bronzer to simply erase And I'm just gonna use more of this. Okay, I feel better about that. I'm so sorry, but these are not for me. The colors are way too warm and makeup-y for me, if that makes sense. It's like bronzers from the olden days. They were way too warm. It's highlighter time, and it feels like I haven't really been using highlighters as of late. So I gave you the option between the Item Beauty Hey Hi Hello, no, Hey Hi Halo liquid highlighter, or the Fenty Beauty Ice Cream Matchsticks. And Fenty won with 56%. Again, kind of close, but Fenty gets the crown once again. So I'm just gonna melt it with my fingertip, and then I'm going to apply. So I don't apply too much. I'm just gonna melt it on. I feel like I'm already so glowy, so this is just melting into the already glow I have. And with the e.l.f. Halo Glow, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. Next up, for blush, I gave 3 options this time. So I have some that I haven't tried out yet. I have the Youthforia pH Changing Blush Oil. I haven't tried that yet. Or the Keys Soul Care Potted Blushes, and the About Face Cheek Freak blushes, which I already adore, and those have won with 56%. So I peeked ahead just because I don't want to pick a wrong blush for the eye look, and I have 2 good ones here, but I wanted to mention my #1 favorite shade. It's this one right here. I've been using it so much. It's the shade Get Some, but the 2 that I believe will work for this look is either Score, which is one of my other favorites. It's such a fun purpley shade, or this more peachy pink, which I think is going to be the winner, which is Champagne Room. I think that's going to be the one for today. They have so many fun shades in this lineup. If you haven't seen my video on these, I highly recommend that you do. I swatched them all. Everything you need to know about these blushes is in that video, so check her out. I'm just going to use my finger to apply it, and I want to do like a little bit more of a straight application, just like following right under my eye here. I gave you guys so many options for the eye makeup. I'm a bit nervous. I have to really plan something out or else it's gonna look crazy. But who knows, maybe I'll even connect this blush to the eye look if it gets a little out of hand. I just grabbed my setting powder and I'm going to set my face. Ooh, I put way too much in the cap, damn it. Okay, and here is the base all complete. I'm now going to do my brows off camera, so please enjoy the brow intermission. Now it's time for eyes, and this is where I was feeling the most shocked by the winners. So this time around, I had put up 2 Pat McGrath palettes just because I feel like I've been neglecting them. So I put this blue one here, I forget what it's called, this one, which is the newest one in my collection, but I know it's one of the first ones she launched with. And then the other was Utopian Dreams. And I have to say, I disagree with the winner here. I really wanted to use this blue one, but Utopian Dreams won. I'm not actually that disappointed because this is my favorite one. I just wanted to try something new, but I'll show what else won as well, just so that I can come up with a look so it doesn't get too crazy. And then I put up a poll asking if I should add eyeliner, and I was expecting this one to be no, because I feel like I've been using a lot of eyeliner. At the same time, not that shocked because eyeliner is very popular these days. And then I also asked if I should add a glitter topper, and I had the Lemonhead LA ones or the Danessa Myricks Chrome Flakes or none at all, and the Danessa Myricks Chrome Flakes won, so I'm gonna have to implement these somehow. So I have got a lot going on for the eyes. I gotta plan something out. Okay. So since I have to implement eyeliners, I pulled these 3 because I think they're quite complementary to this palette. See what I mean? It's kind of cute. So I have 2 shades in the Nabla Cupid's Arrow. I have Lavender and Dragon Fruit, and then I have this MAC Color Excess. How fitting. This shade is called Commitment Issues. Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. Do what exactly? I have no idea. Should I do something on this side and then come back? Because I feel overwhelmed all of a sudden. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself because it's gonna turn out. I have faith. So I'm going to use Dragon Fruit first. And here we go. Okay. I'm going to extend it like so. I'm gonna bring it up here as well. I'm gonna create a shape like so. Very pigmented. I've never used these before. I mean, I've used these before, not this shade. Pardon me. Lots on the brain this morning, apparently. Don't do the mistake like me and pick your brush first, then apply this, because I wanted this to be diffused, but as you can see, I let it set. I just have to be a little rougher with it than I wanted to, but that's okay. I feel like it's going to be kind of whimsical. That's the kind of vibe I'm feeling for this look. So now I'm going to grab my Utopian Dreams palette and I'm going to grab that vibrant peachy shade right here. I think this hot pink and a peachy shade will be really pretty. It's gonna look like a Hawaiian sunset or something. Ooh, I'm digging these colors so far. That's really pretty. I'm going to take this Huda Beauty eye smudge brush again. That's the one I was tugging at the liner with. I'm just gonna put this on my lower lash line while we're at it. Just like so. I'm also gonna put it here so this fades off a little bit better. And then I'm going to take a stiffer but detail brush like this. This is a Sigma E30. And ooh, now do I take this gold shade or this one? Because I wanted to put a shimmer like in this area. I'm gonna go with this shade right here because it's a bit sheerer. And I'm going to start it right here and I'm going to flick in a rainbow shape, just like so. I don't want it to be too intense. I just wanted it to be like Tinkerbell's flight trail? What is that? Like when you see the lines, airplane trail? Tinkerbell's trail that she leaves behind when she flies. That's what I wanted it to look like. Now, of course, I wanted to implement this shade right here somehow. So I'm gonna put that in the negative space right here. This is my favorite color from this palette. It's so pretty. And I kind of like what it looks like on top of this pink. Hopefully you can see it on camera. It just looks like an ombre. It's really cool. And I'm not going to connect the shimmers there. I want that matteness right in between. This is very whimsical. And then because I wanted to tie this lilac into the bottom, I thought we could use one of these. I'm gonna try the darker one first, the Commitment Tissues color, into my waterline. These pencils from MAC aren't my favorite. I feel like similarly to the Undone Beauty ones that I just used in a recent video, they're a bit greasy, therefore they're not so pigmented. Like I just wish they were a bit more impactful, but not bad. Maybe I'll let it set in between layers. There, I just needed it to set in between layers and now it's fine. So now I have to think about these right here. I have a couple shades, I only have 4 only. 4 is a lot. Now these are so impactful and they take your looks to the next level. They're really fun to look at, but they're not fun to wear. They're really uncomfortable. So I have this one that's a little bit more lime green. I don't want to go in with that, but that's the shade Laser Beam. I have Moonlight, which might work. It has kind of lilac and blues, which might be cool. There it is. That might be fun, but maybe too distracting. But I kind of like the idea of adding a blue in here. So potentially. Then I have Strobe Light, which has, it's kind of like an opal. It has all of the shades that you would see in an opal. It's really fun, but when it hits direct lighting, it's kind of like a lilac-y blue. So potentially that might be nice. Another maybe. And then lastly, I have Pixie Dust, which it's a more intense opal, I would say. It's got a lot of colors in here. It flashes green when there's intense lights on it, but you can see multicolored chrome flakes in there. Maybe Moonlight. I feel like Moonlight is speaking to me the most. Staring into these little pots is so fun. Let's do Moonlight. Oh yes, that is the winner. You gotta be dainty with it or else it's going to take what's underneath of it off. So that's as far as I'm gonna get it. I wanted it to be flaky because when you build these up on top of one another, it creates a really cool texture, but I still wanted that Pat McGrath shimmery color to shine through. That's really cool. And for my inner corner, I'm going to use this shade up here. Just a little simple one. And here are the eyes all finished. I did have a little bit of problems with the Danessa Meyerix shade on this side. It did pick up a lot of the Pat McGrath color from underneath, but yeah, this is a winner. So whimsical. And I did get carried away and I added my mascara. I had the options between the Makeup Forever Professional or the Rare Beauty mascara, and of course, Rare Beauty one. So here is the look all complete. I freaking love it. I'm happy I went with the flow and I didn't overthink it because this is really cool. I love the peachy shade next to the hot pink. It just adds so much detail that's unexpected. It just blends into one another so beautifully. And I love the pop of blue and lilac. This is so cute. And I love Tinkerbell's trail here as well. How fun. Cute. Okay, now let's see what we have for lips. For lip liner, it was the Makeup Forever pencils. I got a few new shades, so I was kind of hoping for these against the Rare Beauty lip liners, and I kind of just gave it away, but the Rare Beauty lip liners won with 59%. So, which is kind of, I think came in handy because there are some peachy shades in this line, so I think it'll suit the look a little bit better. I'm looking at Lively and maybe Creative. Yeah, I feel like those ones might work with this. Probably this one, Lively. Let's give them a look. Lively. That one's Creative and that one's Lively. Let's go with Lively. I have blue sparkles all over myself. Like my lip has like a little shelf, I like to call it. It has like so many glitters that have fallen on the shelf. That's so funny. That's the thing with those glittery Pat McGrath shades. You just have to accept that they're going to be on your face, but they're so pretty. I don't really mind. I wish it was slightly more peachy, but I think that'll be nice. And then for my lipsticks, I put up 3 for you guys to choose from. So the Makeup Forever, the new liquid lipsticks in the fun packaging. I don't know what they're called, but you'll see. The Dear Dahlia tinted lip balms, or the MAC Slim Sticks, and the MAC ones. So I think there's a fun peachy shade in that lineup. Let me check. These are really lovely. They're kind of an in-between mixture of the liquid version like this or the Powder Kiss Bullet Lipstick. I'll show you quickly. So this is the bullet form in the Powder Kisses. So you can see they're very diffused. It looks the most like powder. Then we have the Slim Sticks in the middle here, which is a bit more opaque, but still has that matte finish that looks quite velvety and powdery. And then we have the liquid lipstick, which is the most opaque out of them all. It has the thicker consistency, but it's still very comfortable. So that's the lineup. They all look a little different. I have 3 contenders here. So this one over here is Sheer Outrage. Then we have Stay Curious, which is one of my favorite shades from MAC in general. And then we have Brick Through. I feel like Sheer Outrage might work, but this one also ties in the more pink, the neon pink in the eye. Maybe this one. Oh, I don't know. Which one would you guys go for? They're very similar, but there's big differences in between them, you know? Maybe this one. I'm gonna give that one a try. I always wear Stay Curious. And I'm just gonna dab it on to begin with, just to slowly ease into the color. I don't want it to take away from everything. See, like I feel like that's enough vibrancy for this. I was kind of feeling like the blush disappeared just since everything got a lot more intense. So I'm adding more, but now I'm having immediate regrets. Ugh. Foundation brush to the rescue, please, hopefully. And I'm just going to take some of the powder from the Patrick Ta duo. I know we went in with the Rare Beauty one, but I want this tinted one to take it down a little bit. Crisis averted. And here is the finished final makeup look. You guys should be so proud. Please give yourselves a pat on the back. Although I was a little bit hesitant with your guys' choices, I am left feeling surprised and humbled. I'm kidding. I really liked this experience because I had already planned a look using the blue palette, but this time I had to go in it blind and I wasn't really sure of the direction of the look, but it turned out so much more fun than the original look I had in mind. So this was fun. It's always such an interesting outcome with these videos and I love it. But that is it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for participating in this video. It's so fun. I would love to do these more often. Let me know if you'd like these like on a monthly basis or something. That'd be cute. I also wanted to figure out a way to bring it to YouTube as well because I know I have a larger audience here. I don't know, I have to figure something out, but thank you to those who have participated. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It would help me out so much over here. And I will make sure to list and link all of the products I used in today's video in the description down below. So feel free to check that out and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.